How do we unlock divine inspiration, divine intuition, divine messages? As I have been progressing on my journey of presence and purification and God's love, I have been receiving an overwhelming amount of divine inspiration on a daily basis, pretty much almost all the time. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about how this came about for me and how I facilitated it. So the divine is constantly trying to send us inspiration, intuition, guidance. But the question is, are we in a state able to receive it properly? Are we able to hear it? Are we able to feel it? So what we need to look at is our mind, is the state of our mind, the state of our body. We need to facilitate a state of peace. So I am constantly working on facilitating a state of peace, a state of presence, because the present moment is God, is the divine. So if we want to receive these messages, we have to try to stay in this, facilitate this state of peace, stay in this present state as much as possible. And we also have to purify the body, because it requires us to remove the aggravators. If we want to receive these divine messages and this divine intuition and this divine inspiration, we need to remove the aggravators. We need to focus, make the main focus of our journey presence and purification, and then it will flow in. As we start to remove more and more the aggravators, as we start to facilitate a peaceful state, a peaceful mind, as we reconstitute the mind, we remove all the junk from the mind, we remove all the aggravators physically and mentally, we achieve balance. That now we're getting closer to being able to openly receive these divine inspirations, these divine messages, this guidance. So, and going along with how do we receive divine guidance? We have to be in a proper state to openly receive this guidance, to be able to get it, to be able to receive it properly and say, oh, here it is. How do we know it's divine guidance and divine inspiration as opposed to something else? Well, when you're staying in the present moment and you are receiving these types of messages that are focused on the love of our infinite creator, that is my sign, my signal to me that this is divine inspiration, because I've been doing lots of writing. Let's say this is not something I'm sitting here trying to think up, using my thought to create these things. These are things that are coming. This inspiration comes to me, through me. I am merely a vessel. We can say things like the mantra, I am God's eternal love, pouring forth. This brings us into the divine present moment of God's love. So this is how we can facilitate receiving divine inspiration and divine guidance and divine messages. We have to remove the things that we are doing that are blocking our ability to receive these messages and to take them in. We have to remove the aggravators. We have to facilitate a peaceful state. Always, that should be our number one goal, facilitating a peaceful state in every possible conceivable way in our life. Everything we do in our life should be focused on calming the mind and healing and nurturing the body, and working with presence and purification together, as well as standing in the center of the circle and detaching ourselves from all the traps of the illusion, all the traps of the ego. And this will allow us to receive the divine inspiration. This will allow us to relay the highest messages and good we can to our fellow humans. I hope this helps, my friends. Remember, I am God's eternal love pouring forth. Namaste.